I'm known as the grumpy vlogger. I'll gripe and complain longer. Please do me the ado and kindly view me on YouTube.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and anybody else throughout the world, I am the Grumpy Vlogger. Welcome to my channel, and let's see what's going to be on today's episode.
Well, I got pizza. I got one of them thin crust pizzas at Little Caesars, okay? I'm not promoting them or otherwise, and I'm not being paid by them. I bought my own dad burned pizza. So anything I say about their pizza is my opinion. But first thing I do is I walk in there and I got some little kid running around wearing his apron. I mean, this kid doesn't look old enough. He should have been in school. I don't know why he wasn't in school. Unless it's Christmas break. Is it Christmas break already? God. Surely not. But anyways, this little tyke shouldn't have been there working, but he held the door open for him. Nice young little feller. And then I stood there at the counter, First thing I noticed was over to one side of the end of the counter was one of those big, heating racks like they put the box pizzas in. And there were all these drawers, that pulled out of them. Kind of nice looking thing. And then I noticed two other things. Three other things actually. It had this big screen on it, like a 19-inch TV screen, and it talked about using their famous app, and picking it up right here. Well, that's not good. It's December. Looks like we're getting a little bit of sprinkles, and that tree actually had blooms on it. The buds were popping out. That's not good for trees. But anyways, so I noticed they had this screen on there. It talked about using some app, and then down at the bottom it had a smaller screen, like one of those credit card screens, and that's where you typed in your number to pick out. And what it did when you typed in the number, apparently you ordered it off the app, then you came in to pick up your order, and you paid for it with your, PayPal or your Apple Pay or whatever other flipping new thing that they've got out there. You know me, I'm all about technology, but come on, that's silly, okay? Which means there's nobody up front to actually take my order and serve me a pizza. Used to, you walk in there, you ask, I want a $5 pizza, I'm out the door. Well, I wanted their $6 thin crust, which is a nice pizza, I gotta admit. And that's the second grump I've got for today. But the first one was, I look at all this, and then I look up, I said, now this is a pizza heating cabinet where they keep the pizzas before they're, before you pick them up, and when they pre-make them, they keep them in a warming cabinet. That's what it was, a warming cabinet. And it had a Wi-Fi attachment on it, a wireless attachment. When did our pizzas start becoming part of the wireless process? I just don't understand it. I guess I'm getting too old. And then, then I have to stand there and wait for an actual person to serve me. So finally she comes up and says, and I'm talking to Mel on the phone at the same time, she comes up and says, can I help you? And behind me I hear a lady says, yes you can. And I said, and we both said, yes you can. And she says, oh, I'm sorry. Are you waiting? I said, as a matter of fact, lady, I am. And I would be glad to give my order now. It's like, this lady was rude. I'm standing there, there's nobody there, and she just assumes I'm not waiting to make an order, which I was. So that ticked me off. And then I said I wanted the one that's up on the screen, the $6 thin crust, bestest, or whatever they call their crappy pizza. Anyway, so that's all right. So it'll be 8 minutes. Really? You're advertising this like all over, and you ain't got any cooked up? So I sat there and waited 8 minutes. Another young man comes in and says, "Sir, are you waiting?" I said, "No, sir." I said, "You go right ahead. You're next in line." And of course, the lady behind me, she had on really fancy clothes, and I guess she thought she was privileged or something, but she could take a bite out of the backside of my crust as far as I was concerned. Anyways, then I get home and I open up the pizza. Now, I'm not going to say the pizza was bad because it was really good. But whose idiot idea was it to do 16 cuts across a large round pizza? I mean, I ended up with little pieces of pizza that were only this big by this big. That's stupid. You know, whose idea? Cut it like 8 slices and be done with it. That's why I get around pizza, so I get big slices. No, they cut it into little bitty pieces. I had long strips about that wide. I had little short squares. I had, semicircular round, it was stupid. Anyways, that's my gripe for today. I got to go mail these packages. There are going to be some unhappy people. We'll talk at you later. Y'all have a good one. See you on Mel's show tonight. You guys will see this tomorrow, so I hope you enjoyed his show. This is the new thin crust, extra most bestest pepperoni thin crust pizza from Little Caesars. Now, they cut this, instead of just cutting it into like 8 pieces, and it's a circular one. They cut it in like 16 different spots, and you end up with pieces like that. Now, I've got more to say on this, but I was busy talking with Mel while I was there. So I'll have more to say on Little Caesars and some of their new stuff. It's going to be a good grumpy gripe. So we'll catch you later.
And don't forget to subscribe or check out what's up here. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, check out what's over here and what's over here. You be nice to everybody, okay? I'm the Grumpy Vlogger. I'm out of here. Bye-bye for now.